Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. Another day in the market. Hope everybody's doing well. What's up, Barasan, Scrooge, Linta Glenn, the guys, Spack Invader, and Nerve? How's everybody doing? Cool times for the market. Nice bounce. Again, we've had a pretty good week so far for the overall market. It's been a pretty good time. Hopefully it can stay that way. What's up, Plebere? Maxime, how you doing? I don't know why, but there's a little bit of like lag on my side right now. But yeah, let's get started. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, stock market. After that, I'm going to be talking about a couple new swings. CLOV, Fisker as per usual. And after that, maybe we'll do a Q&A tonight instead of ticker requests. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But yeah, I'm going to say something. Oh yeah, last night, if you watch the stream, those 10 stocks I was revealing that I was keeping an eye on, like almost all of them, I think, except for like one, had a pretty good day today. So if you watch that stream, congrats. And hopefully they can keep going. A few of them are now swings. The guy says, being a mod is so easy. Vibes are always good here. Thank you, and shout out to all the mods. And yeah, we've got 10 people in here, about 10 likes. It's a pretty good ratio. What's up with Bitcoin? Well, nothing much. Didn't really move. Nothing much for me to really update. Still testing this 50K level. We'll see if it can eventually flip it into support or resistance. If this can be flipped into support, next resistance is 54K roughly. If this is flipped into resistance, next support I see is 46.6K roughly. And then under that, you have a much larger support between like 41.5 to like 42.5K. That's like the major level. That's really it. I mean, there's not much else I see that can be done with Bitcoin right now. We have some hidden bearish divergence on the 4-hour currently developing. We'll see if that plays out. And, you know, let's see if this happens. So, if this hidden bear, I might have said bullish, I meant to say bearish, I don't know what I said. If that hidden bearish divergence does confirm, which is pretty close to confirming, and then you eventually break this demand line, then it could pretty much be considered like a bear flag breakdown. That's how I would kind of chart it, but it hasn't happened for right now. In terms of Ethereum on the 4-hour, pushing up against 45.31 resistance. We'll see how that acts. No divergence currently, but it is back above the supply line of this wedge on the daily, and it's back above this high over here and this high over here. So that's pretty good. You also have confirmed classic bullish divergence on the daily for Ethereum. If anybody here is new and you're confused by any of the terms I'm bringing up, there's a full free course in the description which will teach you most of the stuff I talk about on the stream. That's Ethereum and Bitcoin. Ecomi going even higher, pretty close to a 3 white soldiers candle pattern, but middle handle doesn't really have a large body, and it's moving up towards that 0.00604 resistance. with confirmed classic bullish divergence on the daily. So you have confirmed classic bullish divergence for Ethereum and OMI, which is nice to see. It's really it for crypto. What's up, Skip T. Lou and GT and William? How you doing? Futures are a little bit red. They're relatively flat right now. And I don't see any questions in the chat. So yeah, what's going on with the overall market? How's everything looking? Let me pull up a message really quickly. All right, so we have a bunch of Discord analysts, obviously not actual stock analysts, but you know, we just call them analysts in our Discord. And I created a little chat with a bunch of the analysts today, or all of them, I should say. And I was just trying to see what other people's opinions on the market are currently. And pretty much my opinion is higher time frames on the indices look good. I think lower time frames look exhausted. However, that was the exact case during the September recovery that shot all the indices to all-time highs. They just kept going despite being overbought. Also, looking at many of these individual mid-cap assets, they look how they did to me last November during the elections dip. They all went on to have insane rallies for 2 to 3 months, while many large cap techs went sideways. So currently, I'm thinking about rolling out some swings during both highs and lows for the market to average them out rather than to overthink them. Because on one hand, you do have overbought timeframes with some bearish signals on lower timeframes, even maybe some bearish harmonics on higher timeframes. But the last time we had very, very similar variables was September going into October, and you just rallied and rallied and rallied to all-time highs. I mean, the 1 hour was overbought for like weeks, and you blew past like 3 or 4 different bearish harmonic PCZs. But on the same hand, we do have CPI Friday. I think somebody said we have FOMC next week. They're usually on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. EST. I don't know if that's when it's going to be. But yeah, you have that as well. But like we've been talking about since Sunday night, those higher time frames showing the volume signatures, the hidden bullish divergence, I mean, moving averages, everything we were talking about on Sunday is playing out so quickly and so beautifully. And it's just bringing life back to a lot of these types of stocks that I've been focused on this week so far. I've shared 13 alone on the stream, not even just through a premium watch. It's like literally just for the stream, I shared 13 tickers. I shared a bunch over the weekend in premium. Like, it's really not too hard to find stocks with bullish divergence and bullish patterns and bullish harmonics right now, which is a really good thing in my opinion. So yeah, looking at the actual indices, let's get started. It's not working. What's happened? Why can't I scroll right now? Okay, we're good. So the S&P 500 hidden bullish divergence is nearly confirmed. I said on Sunday night that I did think at some point this will confirm, and it's almost there. So we have that going for it. I mean, the last time you confirmed hidden bullish divergence was right over here. And after that, the S&P had an 8% rally in about a month. So yeah, the time before that, when you confirmed hidden bullish divergence, you had about a 4% rally in about a month. So we have nearly confirmed hidden bullish divergence again for the S&P 500. Obviously, we talked about the high volume on this dip over here as a bullish signal, because on the other dips, you had the same amount of volume at the lows. We've been talking about that every night on stream. Now that volume for all 3 days this week has declined, and you could see declining volume for the market has allowed for higher moves up this year, many different times. And you're just going higher and higher. Yesterday, I said to all of you that we broke above this 466.5 level on the SPY. Today, it closed at 469.5, so 3 points higher. Well, you closed well above that, but in terms of breaking above, we closed 3 points above that level. And also, remember that that bearish cipher that we were talking about? You know, the C point's a little bit off, but hit that 786 roughly. Kind of like 3% off on the C point and D point, but I was saying, you know, you had that descending broadening wedge, which was another thing we talked about on Sunday, which was very bullish. And I even said on Monday that it was testing the breakout, and then Tuesday it gapped up. So we had a descending broadening wedge breakout, which turned into a bearish harmonic. And I said last night on stream, I believe, that it looks just like over here. You had a descending broadening wedge breakout that turned into a bearish harmonic that just didn't do anything at all. And for right now, you passed the PCC of a cipher. So now we're going to be looking for a shark at the 886, which is almost up to, and if it blows past that as well, it's pretty much going to have to test this 470 resistance from these highs. If that gets tested and broken, we're going all-time highs in my opinion. probably on this run alone without even like a higher low dip or anything. If we do get this reaction, because we are now nearing, we look at this, like look how perfectly it lines up. Your 88% retrace from this high down to the low we just put in literally lines up with that 470 level, which was resistance on November 5th, November 16th, and November 19th. It was even support on November 22nd. So 470.4 is like the major level I'm watching short term. In terms of support short term, you have 468.84. It was your resistance you've been testing pretty much yesterday and today. So those are your short term levels. Obviously, you have the other supports below you. Losing a little bit of momentum on the 1 hour MACD. So we'll see how all this kind of turns out. But for right now, the trend is your friend. And yeah, we'll see what this hidden bullish divergence does for the Russell 2000. It's entering the gap zone, pretty close to breaking above the entry to this gap, which would be 226.8, and then your gap fills around 228.65. On lower time frames for the Russell 2000, you broke above this 225 level on the 4 hour. You're kind of just going sideways. We're going to come back to this later when we do the premium day trade recap. You're just testing this this resistance zone over here. I even brought this up last night on stream. From this high and this high, you're just testing this resistance zone, kind of past the PCZ of a bearish harmonic at this point, or at least what I was looking at. So we'll see. This is a major level for the Russell 2000. I think if this level breaks, you're going to go and fill this upside gap over here at 228.6. If this level doesn't break, I think you're going to go fill the gap up from Tuesday morning, which would be around 220. So I think this level will kind of tell you what's next to come for the Russell 2000. That's really it. The Nasdaq going even higher. We were talking about how you've been getting these 8% dips throughout the year, and after those 8% dips, the Nasdaq twice ran up to test the golden ratio, the 1618 extension, as you can see right over there. And then if we do the same thing over here, like literally perfectly this time, hit the 1618 and then it dipped. So if it were to do that again, I think we said 17K would be the 1618 from the low we just put in, around 17K. So I don't know if it's going to happen, but you also have hidden bullish divergence developing on the Nasdaq. If we move over to the ARK ETF, another day higher. We talked about the $89 level on Sunday. It bounced off that on Monday, gapped up on Tuesday. You went even higher today. Like, it's almost like we were talking about this the last few nights on stream, and it's happening in front of our eyes. Can you believe it? So it kind of closed around this little 3-day low level at 103.5 from these candles. If it does break this level, I'd say the next resistance is from this 3-day high at 108.6. So that's your next levels. Obviously support around 97.20 and a gap fill at 95 for the ARK ETF. UQQ, haven't looked at this one in a while. Looks like it's just testing this little resistance level over here. If that breaks, could head up to 408 to retest all-time highs. If it can't break it, then could fill the gap at 387.51, which is also a low from this day right over here. So those are the levels I'd be watching on the QQQ short term. Levels I just charted. And what else apart from that? The US 10-year breaking back above the 200-day moving average after springing back above support. Well, actually, it back tested a previous resistance and then reclaimed the support. 3 white soldiers candle pattern, pretty much apart from that wick on the US 10-year, and back above support. So that's interesting. And then the VIX filled this gap over here from November 26th, and its next level for support's 18.8. So 200-day moving average. This candle low, this candle close, this candle's low. Couple others, candle low over here. So that's kind of the next level I'm watching for the VIX. Apart from that, gold going sideways with hidden bullish divergence developing. The dollar doing nothing, but actually might start doing something. So I know Chet Freeze has been talking about it recently. Not what I'm about to chart, but about some other technicals on the dollar. And it looks like it's starting to create a little bit of a triangle pattern here. So we'll see which way that breaks and if that affects anything or not. So, well, there's your market. Pretty straightforward today compared to the last couple of streams, because really we're just seeing what we wanted to see. So it's nice to see that, but it is happening a little bit quicker than I maybe would have even liked for the rally to happen, because that really extends your lower time frames very, very quickly. So yeah. User plus T Gaming says, I love the early stream time. I don't know, the new time might go to 8 o'clock now. Tomorrow is going to be 9, or maybe even a little bit later than 9 o'clock EST. So I'm not going to be home most of the day, but After tomorrow's my last day of going to class, so for the next like month or so, I might make this a new stream time. The issue with that is I think everybody's just so used to 9 o'clock, so viewership is much lower. Like I've been noticing, like pretty much towards the end of the stream, we get like a nice surge of viewers that pretty much I guess are used to watching the stream around 9, and that's when I'm ending it. So I don't know. I have to see over the next week or so if it's really too much of a issue viewership wise. What's up, Levi? The guy says someone requested after hours trades in the market game. Is it possible? I don't know. I can't remember. I think also to change the settings, you need to reset the game, which I don't want to do. I don't even know if that's true as well. I think that's what because I was trying to reset one of the rules, but it was giving me issues. So I'm gonna say no. Cheddar Freeze says, at a stop in traffic, saying hello. Reese's Pieces, have a good one, Cheddar Freeze. Thank you for sending that message, but stay safe. I don't know if you're driving or somebody else is, but yeah. So what else? That's pretty much it for the overall market. Let's talk about CLOV right now, which closed higher yet again, third day in a row closing higher. Well, I mean, yeah, third day in a row closing higher. Lower time frames, maybe a little bit of a scuffed inverse head and shoulders, but I don't know. Very small pattern. It's not broken out of yet. You also have some hidden bullish divergence on the 15-minute. Again, these are low time frames, might just depend on the overall market. In general, I just want to see it hold 450 short term from this resistance area over here. If that breaks, then you got 430, and then you got some resistance at 480, and then at $5. Pretty simple right now for CLOV. It's really all you can do on lower time frames. Still inside of this descending Browning wedge, but getting closer and closer to that supply line by the day. Wouldn't be surprised if at some point it breaks the supply line and then has a very quick jump. Just saying. But it has to get there first. We'll see if it can get there in the first place. And you do actually have some 1 hour hidden bearish divergence nearly confirmed, so you have to hope that that underperforms for CLOV. Again, all these are low time frames. You don't have too much to talk about on higher time frames. But you are testing even this on the 4 hour. If you draw a supply line, you're kind of testing that. So we'll see what happens. But
can I stay a bit longer?
Yeah, that's really it. This little wedge I drew on the daily looks to have been the bottom for right now. We'll see if that can hold. And that's really it. Fisker up 2.5% today, just going higher after that 200-day moving average back test, hidden bullish divergence developing on Fisker. But it is approaching what was once a support and now it's your resistance. You actually pulled back a little bit off that level with a nearly confirmed 4 hour hidden bullish divergence, so not too much of a change there. ROKU had a crazy day today, up 18%. I don't know, it must have been a catalyst, I don't know. ROKU signs multi-year extension with Google for YouTube. Was that it? I don't know. There was this yesterday as well. That was interesting. And then VLO, let's go over to the swings now. VLO pretty much close right at the initial entry. Confirmed hidden bullish divergence on the daily now for this swing. Resistance is 73.39, your 200 moving average, and a couple different candle highs at that level. Support is 69.30. That's about it. A little bit of a bearish engulfing candle today though. And 3 new swings. So I shared 4 new swings in premium today, 3 new swings outside of premium, and I still have a lot more that are still on my watch list. First one is AMC. It's down a couple percent since the entry, but it closed above the 200-day moving average for the first time since November 30th. So first close above the 200 MA for the month. I think GameStop had earnings after hours. I went down 3% after hours. So AMC, what's the deal here? Well, you have a bullish shark, hit the PCZ. It's up 27% since then, but you have to remember it just fell from 46 to 25, right? So you've only made a 38% retrace. And then on top of that, you've created the main line for this falling wedge. It actually looks a little bit cleaner on the weekly. And if you look over here, you had that bullish pin bar candle off the PCZ, and you've had green days since. Well, this was a gap down, but closed higher than it opened. So that's the first one, AMC. See how that does, not financial advice. The second new one is Snapchat. What's the deal here? Bullish shark, See points a little bit off, 6%. And you sprung back above this support from January, March, and May. We talked about this one last night on stream. You have classic bullish divergence on the daily RSI, and you had a bullish engulfing candle at the low it put in on the 6th, which was Friday. No, that was Monday. And you had a green day yesterday and today. It was up 6% at the close today. This one's still around the entry. And then finally, DraftKings. Classic bullish divergence confirmed on the daily, breaking out of this descending channel. Ended up bottoming at a 1618 from this low to this high. And then 4 hour, you have triple classic bullish divergence. If you ignore these little small islands, you can see that breakout a little bit more clearly over here. So those are new swings. AMC, Snapchat, DraftKings, we'll see how they do. And yeah, last night, we obviously had those 10 stocks that I was talking about. They did pretty well. I don't even know what they were at the highs of the day, but just at, what time is this? At 11 o'clock, at noon, 2 of them were up like 1%. One of them was up 8%, which was AMC. Snapchat was up 8%. Twitter was up 4%. Pinterest was up 5%. Fubo was up 6%. DraftKings was up 5%. SoFi 2%. UWMC 0.5%. Pretty much like all of the tickers I talked about last night on stream, the 10 of them were up today. I don't have any more tickers to reveal, unfortunately, but hopefully you watched the last 2 nights of streams. And good day for all of those stocks. What did I miss? I feel like I'm missing something. I can't think of it though. Did I really just cover like almost everything? 23 minutes? Oh yeah, IWM. Okay. So let's get over to the day trade recap. So currently, this is how the week is going so far in premium. We had, to start off the week, negative 20% on forward puts. Then we did 117% on Russell 2000 calls, profit. 97% profit on AMC calls. 100% profit on CLOV calls. 70% profit on Russell 2000 puts. And then today, negative 20% on Russell 2000 puts as well. Overall potential return of 344% despite the 2 losses, currently 4 wins and 2 losses on the week. And what happened today? What went wrong? Let's talk about it. I'll talk about the winners. I'll talk about the losers. There's always something to learn. So yesterday night, I broke down this put trade we had yesterday, 70% profit. Entry was somewhere around over here and it dropped to over here. And at this area, the puts were up about 70%. So today the open was this candle. Even for people who didn't take profits yesterday, it dipped down at the open as well. It was red for a little bit. Then it ended up pushing higher. And it ran right back up to this resistance level. So I was looking at the 15-minute. I noticed that it was testing this resistance level yet again. It rejected it once around 11:45. It dipped down. Then it ran back up. It rejected it at 1:15. It dipped down. And then at 2:14, it was testing it again. That would be 14, 15, I think. So probably this candle somewhere over here. But yeah, we had just multiple rejections of this resistance. It still has yet to break it. We already talked about this when we were talking about the market. We also had classic bearish divergence on the 15-minute. And you even had classic bearish divergence on the 5-minute oscillators. So classic bearish divergence across the board. Pretty much right around over there is when I alerted the puts. I think they were up a little bit for like a few minutes, like when it was dipping down over here, like 5% or something. And then this candle just came out of nowhere, 0.5% in a 5-minute candle for the Russell 2000. And yeah, just didn't work out. It looked like it was breaking down to me with classic bearish divergence. And then nope, it just bull stepped up. They reclaimed the level and a fake out messed up the trade. And then around over here, I had to mark it as around the sheet. So pretty straightforward. Actually, very similar variables to the trade that did work out yesterday, which was a 70% profit on the puts. But it just didn't work out. The breakdown was a fake out. It ran over here and just kind of tested the supply line for the rest of the day, and then eventually closed with dropping back down to that level. So, I mean, it was a pretty, you know, it was negative 20% here. I guess on these highs over here, it was almost like, I think it was break even. It was probably down like 5 to 10% instead of 20% down here. So, you know, it's not the end of the world compared to the other insane gains this week. 20% is really nothing when you have 70%, 100%, 97%, 117%. So I'm not really stressing about it. It happens. And then I also shared this recently. See if we can go through it. There we go. So I put together the last 2 months, I think it's actually 7 weeks, of options trades in premium today. And again, you know, adding up percentages is a little bit weird, but I'm just saying if you were to take all these numbers and then you just took the sum of them, right? All the gains, all the losses have the negative in front of the percentages. 7,675% in about 2 months potentially. Again, that's only potentially. That would be if you bought at the, you know, the alert and then at the high. It could have been even more if, you know, some of these options dipped a little bit before going up to the targets. It could have been less. Obviously, it's not easy to catch the exact high, but just in terms of potential profits, pretty good potential profit for 2 months. And again, you know, give or take, I might have been a little bit off on some of these, but I try my best to, like, I use like a percentage change calculator. I really try and make sure I do them as perfectly as possible, but it's not, you know, going to be perfect. Like, you know, some of these 20% might have been 19%. Some of these, this 400% might have been 397. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just roughly good work. This is 50 trades as well. So 50 trades in 7 weeks. I don't know what the win rate is, but it really doesn't matter if this is the potential profit. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. That's the first link in the description. Make sure to join the Discord. That's also in the description. The course is in the description. 2 free stocks, Unbelievable. It's all there. Make sure to hit the like button if you didn't already. Hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Unfortunately, we're not going to, unless something goes like viral or something on my channel, we're probably not hitting the 4,000 subscriber goal this year. But every day we get closer, I'm happy. So if you're not subscribed and you're a new viewer of the channel, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, that was pretty much a majority of what I wanted to talk about tonight. Pretty straightforward. Got it done in about half an hour. So yeah. What's up, Jack? What's up, Nerve? What's up, Justin? Barasan says, when is the best to scale into a trade? When is it best to scale into a trade rather than enter with your full position? Personally, I prefer always scaling. The only times I really do full position at one buy and then one sell is when I'm literally like buying at the exact support that I'm watching, you know? For example, you know, let's say the Russell gapped up yesterday and it opened right around this support and it was testing it for 10-15 minutes. That was maybe something I would do full position on, and I'd have my stop loss like, you know, just minimally lower. So like if you're literally touching the support that you're basing the whole entire trade around, that's the only time I do full position, not financial advice. All the other times I scale in a few different ways. I do 50-50, I do thirds, sometimes quarters. Usually I don't do more than 4 buys into a trade. But yeah, it just depends on how volatile the stock is and what the context is. Max says, mission help champ get to 4K before the new year. If we get to 4K subs before January 1st, I'll do a 6-hour stream. All right, I don't know if somebody here can get almost 300 subs for me by the end of the month, I'll do a 6-hour stream. Why not? But yeah, got 24 people still in here. Pretty much talk about everything very, very quickly. We could maybe make this like a little bit of a shorter stream. I guess I'll just do Q&A for the rest of the stream. I'm not really in the mood for looking at even more charts. I've scanned so much in the past 3 days. Like I've been across probably half the market in the past 3 days. That's how I came up with those 13 tickers that I was able to share with you all the last 2 nights on stream. And yeah, it's been a lot. But what else? Yeah, if you have any questions about just trading in general that you get, you know, maybe something I talk about on the stream that you don't understand, you don't know where to find it in the course, I'll stick around for a little bit to see if there's any questions I can answer real quick. And then yeah, maybe I'll get out of here after that. What are your overall thoughts on crypto? I was pretty bullish, honestly, in these areas. I mean, if you're watching the stream, you know that flash crash did surprise me quite a bit. Now that it happened, though, I'm pretty 50-50. You gotta make a break level on Bitcoin. Ethereum looks a little bit better than Bitcoin to me in the short term. And I haven't really looked at too many altcoins since that last round of swings got stopped out. I just think it's Bitcoin's time to make a decision, and we'll see what the decision is. Does Bitcoin drive market, and do alts depend on Bitcoin? Not all of the alts depend on Bitcoin, but yes, Bitcoin does drive the market. Anybody who argues that can't look at charts. You know, the overall market, Bitcoin 100% drives it. But again, there's always going to be outliers in any market, you know? Any advice to giving tally waves? Nope, I do not use them myself. Nothing against them. They just don't really fit my my technical analysis personality. I don't really know too much about them. So no answer there. Cheddar Freeze might be able to help you. I don't know. I'm sure somebody in Discord could help you out with that. Anything else? Appreciate the 23 likes. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this all out. Really, you know, I enjoy when we have more people in the stream, obviously. It's just streaming at 9 o'clock is a little bit tough for me now. Champ, do you believe in a Santa Claus rally coming up? I think we're witnessing it right now. I think we're seeing it already. And I think technicals indicated it. And I think this is actually a really good case for technicals. I mean, seriously, all the media was just spreading so much FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt between the last 2 weeks. They really didn't say anything positive over here, and you got to bounce without any sort of catalyst for a bounce. I'm sure somebody can go find some random article and say, oh, this was the catalyst. Yeah, no, it wasn't. Look at that. You cannot argue all the things we talked about on Sunday night. So again, please understand, I'm not ranting at you right now. I'm kind of just ranting at a bunch of market participants right now. I always do that whenever people ask questions or chat, not talking to you directly. I'm just saying, like, I think we're already seeing it. I think the technicals indicated it. And to people who say technicals don't matter, I mean, when stuff like this happens and you were literally having the opposite of bullish news for the past 2 weeks, I think it just makes a lot of people look stupid. Thoughts on low liquidity options? I run away from them. There was a time where I've made some rough mistakes with low liquidity options, and now there's always something else you can trade, you know, even not just with low liquidity options, with anything. There's always another opportunity. If something is not giving you the variables you want it to be, if something doesn't fit your trading personality, there is 100% a chance that you can go find something else in the market that does suit you better. Not that it'll play out 100% with the 100% certainty, but it'll fit you better, you know? So for me, you know, you still could profit off of low liquidity options. I just don't like the stress. Spac Invader says, did you finish switching brokers? Are you trading at the same rate? I did finish. Are you trading at the same rate? I'm still easing in. Yeah, I'm still just waiting to see if maybe we get a little bit of that pullback because of that those low time frames, bearish technicals. But you know, we had the low time frame bearish technicals over here, and then we went all the way up here. So I'm still figuring it out personally. Do you think Solo Fanboy will win the market game? Probably not. Levi Cromer says, good to know, going to have to exercise some of them. I'm not a financial advisor, so I didn't say to do anything or to not do anything. Want to make that clear. So yeah, I guess we're just going to call it a night then. It is what it is. You know, some streams will just be like that, I guess. If you're enjoying things, make sure to hit the like button. Medi just showed up. Medi, If you want to do timestamps, you definitely can within like 3 or 4 minutes. But yeah, thank you all for watching the stream. You all are the realest of reals. I don't know if that's like a good way to put it, but you all are the real ones showing up no matter what the vibes are like. Even when I'm streaming an hour early and we just had 2 weeks of selling off, really do appreciate it. So yeah, have a good night. Good luck trading tomorrow, and peace out.